Hey guys, hope you're all having a great day. So I may look like a bit of a mess, but that's because I've actually worked all day. And I was working at the greenhouse, and I just wanted to show you when we get an order of plants in for a garden center, like a wholesale location. I just want to show you what the plants look like when they first come in. So just for reference, it is the end of February, and we live in Rhode Island, so like a zone 6 area. So it's still going to be a few months until we can start to put plants outside before we have our last frost. Generally around Memorial Day is when we have our last frost, just to give some context. So these plants are pretty small, obviously, for when they first come in, but they're going to have several months in the greenhouses for them to grow on until we start to put them outside and sell them to customers. So they come in boxes that are stacked with a lot of different trays of these plants in each box, but you can see all these little plants right here and even some little flowers. So a lot of these are like Calibrachoas or petunias that you're seeing in this area. These are Verbena right here, and you can see just how tiny these little plugs are. So that's what these start off as. A lot of these come in little trio things, like this is called Twilight Hues. It's a combo kit. And so what you do is it shows you on the back of the tag right here how to plant them. So there's an A plant, B plant, and C plant, and you just put them in this order, and then they'll give you a nice pot combination like this. And that came from the grower directly. Here's what New Guinea Impatiens look like. So they actually look really healthy, and they're quite large for being these tiny little plugs. Obviously they're gonna grow quite a bit, but they've got a lot of color for the end of February. This area over here, we have a lot of our geraniums. So these are just starting to get some buds now, as you can see. They're still really small, about the same size plugs, but these plants are a little bit larger per plug. I'll just fix that really quick. So we've got lots of different colors, but they all kind of look very similar. Some of them have different leaf shapes and colors to them, so they're a little bit distinguishable, but they still generally look the same. Here we have a lot of Calibrachoa. They're also known as super bells or million bells. These actually do have some flowers on them. So again, very small to begin with, but these are absolutely gorgeous. And I saw on the order that we have tons of different individual types of these. So as I go through these Calibrachoa, you can see a lot of different colors of flowers. So lots of these. And then we have some fuchsias right here. These are awesome as shade planters, and I think all of these they do in hanging baskets, so definitely great for shade containers. There's some more Verbena over here. And then this area, we have a lot of different types of begonias. There's like dragon begonias, and there's a lot of different, just many different names. So you can see a lot of flowers actually on this variety. So here's a beautiful flower. And you can see a lot of them are still kind of like pressed down, and that's because we literally just took them out of the boxes. So it's not looking the absolute best right now, but once they have about a week or so to really start to grow, and once they get transplanted too, they'll look a lot better. So same thing over here. These are called, I think it's Pachoa. I'm not sure exactly this name. I actually haven't heard of this before, but it looks like a, almost like a Calibrachoa and a petunia mixed together. So, and there's some more begonias down at the bottom. Up here too, I know this sells out pretty quick. These are Portulaca. So these almost look like a succulent when they grow. These are really pretty though. Now these are gorgeous as a centerpiece because these are the Dracaenas. We actually didn't mean to order this size, so they're quite large, but these look awesome for when they first came in. And they're only gonna get bigger from this point. So here we have some Gerbera daisies, however you want to pronounce those. And then these are called diamond head Calibrachoa. These are beautiful because they look like elephant ears. And it's so cute and they're so tiny. And then what all of these flats are, all of this here, and then all of these down here are actually pansies. And it's insane how small these little plugs are. And to give some reference, this is the size of one little plug. So these are absolutely puny, but still pretty healthy. And over the next week or a couple of weeks, most of these plants are going to be going into these hanging baskets as well as these larger containers. A lot of these larger containers are what those kits go into. So if you're curious to see that process, I'm actually making a video of working at the garden center for a week and just what that process looks like. And that includes doing these plugs, which we'll be doing tomorrow. So subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see that video, because that should be coming soon. And it's going to be definitely really exciting. And here's some other interesting plants. There's not nearly as many of these because they're more special, but you can see there's this variety called Twister. Here's like a really crazy grass texture. We have some Duranta. These are called Gold Edge. And then I don't know if it's called Pilia or however you pronounce that, but there's a silver tree, a moon valley, and then I think it's Cadiere, but there's really pretty texture. This actually looks like a coleus, but you can see just how much texture is in that. That's a really awesome plant. And just remember, this is one order for 1 week of things that they're doing here. So we've got lots of annuals coming in, lots of perennials. These are all annuals. None of these are even perennials. So a lot of those are being potted up at the same time, which is just something I'm not working on necessarily. But there's just a lot of stuff that garden centers do kind of behind the scenes before the season starts, before all the customers go shopping. So it really makes you think about like all the processes and everything that goes into growing these plants before they're actually sold to you. So besides that, hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you want to see any more stuff like this. I'll try to provide as much as I can in relation to what the garden center does. Give this video a like if you want to see more stuff like this, so I know that you guys enjoy it. And besides that, I will see you in the next video.